A few years back, my wife and I always made plans every spring, every fall, to buy a whole bunch of bags of mulch for our garden, our planter beds, our tree rings and whatnot, everything else around the property. Then it dawned on us that this expense wasn't necessary at all. We already had a ton of free mulch available to us at any point in time, right in front of our face, right under our nose. And since I'm a lawn guy and a garden guy, I get excited about this stuff. And as I thought about sharing this with you, I decided that I should actually ask my friend Robert Palmer. He runs Turf Therapy. He's a prominent lawn and garden creator. He creates lawn content and garden content. I asked Rob, can we just use our regular old fresh grass clippings as mulch around our plants? If so, why and how?
What's up guys, Rob here from Turf Therapy. So the three main uses of mulching would be to conserve water, regulate your soil temperatures, and in some cases, a natural weed barrier. Now, fresh grass clippings is a perfect choice when using them in your landscape or in your garden bed. But there's some things that you want to keep in mind before you start to use that grass for those purposes. The first consideration I want you to keep in mind, only use about 1 to 2 inches of mulch in your garden and or landscape. And the reason why feeds into the second consideration, not using wet grass clippings. Now, those two things go hand in hand because if you use too much grass in an area, or if you're using wet grass clippings as mulch in an area, what you're creating is an anaerobic environment. In that anaerobic environment, there's not enough airflow, and then that's when our microorganisms, not necessarily the beneficial ones, are able to thrive. We don't want that. It's not good for your soil, nor is it good for your plants. And then the third consideration that I want you to keep in mind is chemicals you may be using in your lawn. So what I want you to do is make sure that you read the labels. You're not going to want to use the grass clippings that could have an adverse effect on your garden or in your landscaping. Most of those chemicals are terrible for your plants. So always keep that in mind while you're out there in the garden. That pretty much wraps it up for me, guys. Thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you next time. Peace.
All right, I seriously love watching Rob. His channel is fantastic. His material that he puts out is so fun to watch. I've gone ahead and linked to his channel down in the description below. Make sure to take a look at it. His lawn is insane, and the container plants he grows really shows his green thumb. It's worth it. But I also understand that not everybody needs the volume of mulch that a lawn can produce over the course of a season. And for people like that, I decided to go ahead and ask my friend Tony. He runs Simplified Gardening, a dedicated gardening channel. I asked him to explain how we can use the excess grass clippings and turn them into usable, viable compost that we can use all around our property. So here's your choice. You can watch the video that Tony made by clicking the frame right up in here. Or alternatively, you can watch this video way down here, presented by Princess Cut Lawn Care, who's outlined your best recycling options. Those options for people who don't really want to do the composting work themselves. As is typical, links to my actual dedicated seasonal lawn care guides are found in the description below, along with links to all of the creators involved in this project.